as we are going to discuss rise of insurtechs building distribution chain across Bharat, my question to all of you is, is insurtech the solution for insurance companies to build distribution chain across Bharat? Because even after the privatization, even after having 60, 70 companies in the country, still we are talking about the push product. Obviously, there is certain changes that the insurance and specifically private insurance companies have done in last 2 decades, but still it's not to the level that we wanted it. And now the insurtech companies are actually making a huge difference by not only just customizing products but reaching to a smaller towns as well.
On life insurance, if I look at the opportunity and the challenges to leverage insurtech to go into deep Bharat, I would summarize this in what I call the 3A problem. Today, why is it that we are not able to, even after 20 years, get that? First is the accessibility issue. The second one is really about acceptability issue. And the third one is about affordability. The consumers that we have in the top cities, I mean, we all know India and Bharat in 2 countries. The people who are in Bharat, the first problem is that we don't even have enough distribution reach in the industry to get to these towns and cities, the deep interiors of the country. Now, where insurtechs can help is this whole BC network, the banking correspondent network, that the banking industry is very successfully created and leveraged. Insurtechs are now tying up with them. And because of this tie-up and this partnership, they are able to, as Shania was mentioning, give them handheld devices, technology, whereby they can do a lot of transactions, onboarding as well as service transactions, right in the deep interiors on a palm handle. And I think this is a big opportunity for the insurance industry to leverage and capitalize on, so that we keep our cost of distribution down. That's the first part about accessibility. The second thing, which is about acceptability. Now, the consumers, the clients who are in Bharat, they cannot, what we're trying to, if we try and take the existing products and sell them to the people who are in the interiors of our country, it won't work. So the insurtechs are forcing the industry to innovate on the product side, right? They need miniaturization. They need sachet-sized products. In general insurance, easy to do, life insurance, long-term contracts. But we are being forced to think about this, that how do you Uberize insurance for the consumers in Bharat? One of the things that we at Bharti AXA Life have done recently, and this is thanks to a regulatory change on product guidelines, we have now launched a 1-year term, thereby creating an opportunity for people to kind of come into the insurance category, try it out. It's a low-cost access product, and thereby experience the insurance category, particularly on the life side. So this is an example of product innovation that is being done thanks to insurtechs and partnerships with insurance companies to create more acceptability for the consumers in deeper parts of our country. The third thing is really about affordability. The products that we are creating or trying with insurtech companies so that we can increase penetration, the price points are very, very different. In normal insurance, life insurance products, you have products average 15,000 rupees and above annual. Whereas for these set of customers, it has to be almost 10% of this. So can you create a product where, because of a lot of cost being reduced thanks to partnership with insurtechs, so they remove all the inefficiencies in the value chain, how can we pass on this benefit to consumers in deeper parts of our country? So these are the 3 things that we are kind of as an industry doing with insurtechs to solve the 3A problem of accessibility, acceptability, and affordability. If we do these 3 things successfully, I think then we have a good shot at increasing penetration in our country.
Okay. Noted your points. I think very well summarized with AAA rating, strategy, Mr. Raja. I think the question is specifically about the presence of insurtech in the life insurance segment. Obviously, we partly touched that. But is it that the insurance tech companies or whoever wants to come with a technology solution offering more services to general insurance companies than the life insurance companies only because of the complexity and what you can say, the challenges and obstacles that the agents face selling life insurance products? Or, it's very easy for them to sell general insurance products compared to life insurance products? That is one. And second is, what kind of solution do you see? What kind of partnerships do you see with insurtech companies to reach to a next level then?
Good questions, both of them, Amol. First and foremost, let me share that it is a fact, as my colleagues have mentioned, that it is easier for the insurtech companies to partner with general insurance companies because of the product itself. It's smaller, shorter, and so on and so forth. However, currently there are at least 3 to 4 areas where insurtechs are working very closely with life insurers. And let me just take 30 seconds to summarize these.
Sure.
First and foremost, they are working very, very closely with us in enhancing and improving customer experience. The second area where they are working very closely with us is in creating very intelligent risk management and underwriting practices, which were not there, say, 15 years ago, a decade or 2 decades ago. And the third one is about streamlining operational processes and making those better so that, the customer service deliveries can become far better. Now, for these 3 areas, I know there are a lot of case studies, business cases where, insurance, life insurance category and all its peers are working with them. Let me now give you a double click a few actual live examples where they've been able to come in and help. And then I'll take the second question. As far as enhancing customer experience is concerned, because of insurtechs, now one is able to kind of reimagine all its customer journeys, look at all the clunky processes, and create a UI UX which is far, far simpler and easier. Because the consumer now doesn't differentiate whether he's buying, ordering an Uber, or he's going on Zomato and buying food, or he wants to engage with insurance as a category. He wants the same experience, at least the digital consumer. And it is because of the insurtechs that, this partnership is making this possible. Number one. As far as intelligent risk management and underwriting practices are concerned, again, due to a lot of data analytics, propensity models, the ability for insurers to detect fraud has become far, far better. It is also because of the insurtech's partnership with insurance companies that, these machine learning models, which help us in predicting renewal premiums, predicting mortality, predicting claims, all of this, various case studies are there, business case uses are there, which are already implemented. And the third area, which is about, streamlining operational processes, it really helps because earlier, if there was a death in the family and there was a moment of truth, it would take the nominee forever to get the claim monies. Today, claims are settled within 4 hours, 1 day. All this is again because, insurtechs have enabled us to create various pipes at the back end, which in real-time basis does all this verification. And it's a huge ecosystem that insurtechs, insurers, and other agencies have created. So these are 3 areas where this collaboration is already existing, underway, and it is only becoming better. Now coming to the question around models. What are the possible models? I think there are 4, 5 possibilities, and I must mention that nothing stands out as a clear model. The first one is between an insurtech and a life insurer, you could have joint development, right? And ownership of new solutions. So we both come together, we create new solutions and capabilities. The second one is the insurtech has certain ready off-the-shelf products, and we tie up with them and we buy their product for solving some of our issues. The third area of a model question could be making, as an insurer, we making a financial or a strategic investment in an insurtech, or vice versa. That's a very different kind of a model that you could create. And finally, the fourth one also, which is now I'm seeing a lot happening, is sponsoring insurtech incubators and hackathons, where we can get these new age companies under one roof, right, share with them the top 10 challenges that we as a sector face, and how can they come about and help us solve these problems? Because obviously the quality of people, the thinking, young people working in an agile mode, they obviously have far more, if I may say, competence to solve some of these things because it's their core. And the last one is what can I do as an insurer to outsource my non-core areas so that I focus on risk management and they can focus on my non-core areas. So these are 4-5 interesting opportunities for creating models with insurtechs. And I think different players are trying different things. So let's see how that plays out over the next 18 to 24 months. But it's a very, very interesting and exciting space, I must say.
Every insurance company now, if you keep insurtech aside and technology, every insurance company have adopted, embraced technology and advanced technologies. They're constantly upgrading as well, right? So I'm sure you have your own online channels. So are you going to henceforth, believe in expanding your own digital footprints by your own company, or focusing more on the other, digital players so that maybe the partnership model will work? So what is going to be the right strategy for insurance companies going ahead?
So let me share with you what we are trying to do at Bharti AXA, because I'm not too sure what everybody else is doing. What I'm going to share with you is also, generally speaking, what the industry view is, but depending on the company specifics may be different. In our online business, when we are looking at our digital business, we are building this on 3 pillars of distribution. The first one is direct to consumer, where we are going to kind of basis tie-ups, Google search, this, that, and the other, drive traffic to our website and ensure that the customer fulfills the purchase journey on our website itself. And that's a different science to that. And that's the first pillar that we are building. The second pillar that we have built already, and it's work in progress, it's already underway, is tie up with aggregators like a Policy Bazaar and so on and so forth. So that's the second pillar of distribution in digital. The third one is tie up with digital partners. And in this, you could have e-commerce players, you could have telcos, you could have fintechs, you could have wallets, and so on and so forth. You could have cab aggregators. Anybody who's right now servicing clients digitally and is looking to create an opportunity to cross-sell another product and create a new revenue stream.
Right.
This would be the third partner. So we are currently at Bharti AXA Life working in all 3 spaces. And I think there is an opportunity. The market is huge, as you know, Amol. And the beauty about this digital channel is, it also gives you access to a very different set of clients. Earlier, you would not have, as I call the Gen Zs or the millennials who would buy life insurance because for various reasons. Now, because of the size of the product, which can be simpler, you could create opportunities where they experience the category, through a subscription-based model. This is generation which loves subscriptions, right? They want Apple subscription, Netflix subscription, and so on and so forth. So what can we do through these 3 digital distribution models to access new pools of customers as well? That is what our current thinking is. And I think there is the market is huge, the penetration levels are low, and therefore there is enough opportunity for all of these 3 verticals to do.
2 quick questions with all of you. Please treat this as a rapid fire and answer maybe in 30-40 seconds, as quick as possible. I have seen a great journey in the insurtech space in last 1 year. Look at Policy Bazaar listing at coming with an IPO of 6,500 crore, and a lot of startups are entering in this insurtech space. What is that driving the startups entering into the insurtech space?
See, life insurance is a 200-plus-year-old industry. And unlike banking or some of the other financial product categories, it is a fact that in our category, when it comes to technology, we are not the front runners. And therefore, over a period of years, there are a lot of opportunities in each and every process, whether the onboarding process, the risk management or underwriting, the claims process, and so on and so forth. So there are these breakpoints that exist, and therefore this insurtech sees this as a great opportunity. While insurers themselves are working to fix this, but you've got a focused SME who's working on this, it makes things easier. That's point 1. Point 2, it's just the India story. I think, the penetration levels in India, even after 20 years, are less than 4% of GDP for life insurance. And therefore, there is enough opportunity for everybody. So to my mind, these are the 2 things. 1, potential of the country, and 2, an old industry which hasn't really been at the forefront of technology. And therefore, insurtechs see this, fintechs see this as an opportunity to collaborate and help work alongside with insurance companies to kind of create a win-win situation. That's my take on this.
Okay. do you see a great run for insurtech going ahead, the far better run than what even private insurance companies had in last 2 decades? Do you also see that insurtech will also acquire some insurance companies going ahead?
I think the opportunity is both ways. And like I mentioned earlier, that there is enough space for everybody.
Thank you so much for sharing your views at ETBFSI Converge.
Thanks, Amol.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amol, and thank you, my friends.